get one day of reprieve like this, where I get people who come and just say, we wish you a wonderful year, it just really warms up my heart in a very profound manner. And so I want to say thank you. I want to acknowledge my fellow colleagues here, the chief of Iweli, who is here, the chief elect of Mamu, who is here, the chief of Liula Malale, who is here, and the chief of Iwunda. We all come to witness this wonderful occasion. And I hope that next year you also invite me to your communities to celebrate with your people for New Year wishes. One good time deserves another. I also want to thank the people, the brains behind this ceremony. The gentlemen who have been working day and night in the palace to make sure the palace runs, functions, breathes, has water and light. I want to thank Sango, Mbela, Emmanuel, Ndive, and all of his team, Commandant Keke, for Traditional Council, Sango Moliere. If I start naming the names, we'll end tomorrow in the morning. But I want to sincerely thank you people for this initiative. You have done well, you have succeeded. If there were any lapses, we'll do better next year. We are human and we are imperfect. I also want to thank the people who carved out the speech that was delivered today to me. Thank you so much. Sometimes we do things and we don't notice that others are noticing. It's good to sometimes hear that people appreciate certain things that one has put effort to do. Most of the times, like we say in public speaking, that you only see the tree on top, but you don't know how long the root has been growing under the ground to make the tree stand. Sometimes it takes a lot of effort to get even little things to show off. Thank you. I also want to say that I listened keenly to some of the areas where you think we should improve. And since you gave me a copy of that speech that I have here, I will reread that area and make sure that when we meet the same time next year, I would have had at least one of those things done to show that we are moving forward, even if it's slow. Progress is important, even if it's one step at a time. I also want to use this opportunity to invite all of you on the 26th of April. One of the things you mentioned in your speech, Sango Njiakale, was that we should build monuments and effigies for our heroes and heroines in Fako. I'm glad to unveil to you, at least in word, that a big statue of Dr. E.M.L. Indeli will be erected on the lower side of the Buea Mountain Club Tennis Court, on the side facing the Regional Assembly. If you have passed there one of these days, you will notice that a lot of work is going on in that area. I'm working with a group of dedicated young men who are giving their all to transform that area, make it what we call the Wall of Fame of Cameroon, where every person who has done good in arts, cinema, history, literature, or in the history of this country, would have his name there on the wall. But the statue that will stand in the middle of that arena will be that of Dr. Emmanuel Mbela Liwaba Indeli, who coincidentally happens to be my father. It's a man who has worked diligently for this country and has given his all for this country. The history of this country can never be complete without mentioning his name. As I speak to you right now, a big bronze statue measuring more than 6 feet has been constructed of him in Nigeria. The statue is actually on its way to Buea now. They sent me pictures of a truck bringing it all the way from Ikok. We didn't want to make it in cement because cement fades and cracks away with the hashware that we have in Buea. So it's made of bronze, which is a non-corrosive metal that withstands rain, sunshine, fog, mist, and all you need. This is big. This is momentous. And I invite all of you to come out on that day as we unveil that wonderful statue. If you want to catch a glimpse of it, I will dare to show you on my phone. We have decided that I will not spread it. It's just on my phone, and I can also show you on the big screen in the back if we have the opportunity to see the work that they've done from scratch to finish and how that whole area will be like. So we have to maintain that statue. We have to start one at a time. When we finish with that statue, then we'll move to the next. For those who have been fortunate enough to see the plan of our Fakoma Global Center that Victor Elame diligently drew for us, there is also another statue that will be erected for Kuvali, Kenya at the Upper Farms. That one will be right at the top of the hill and will be at the center of the Fakoma Global Center. And I also want to use this opportunity that if people see Mr. Victor Elame, please congratulate him. He has done phenomenal work for our multiple center. And he has done all of that without asking us for 1 franc, even for petrol money to come to